Barrage of bullets into a disabled woman's home, killing her. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. You can see evidence of dozens of bullets being fired inside the victim's home. We're told the victim, identified by family as Alice Fisher, was on the phone with her sister when the shooting started. She was described as a loving aunt and mother and a kind neighbor too. Fox 4's David Centenry live at Dallas Police Headquarters with the story. David.
Yeah, Steve, the disabled woman who was shot and killed lived alone in that apartment, and it appears that people kicked in her door before firing dozens of shots at her and throughout the apartment. Her family believes that the people who shot her mistook her apartment for someone else's.
We really don't know.
Alice Fisher's family is unsure who killed her, kicking in her front door and firing dozens of shots into her West Dallas apartment Wednesday evening.
She was disabled. She just came home from the hospital yesterday. Wasn't in her house comfortable, not 4-5 good hours.
Fisher lived alone.
Disabled, couldn't move. She was heavy set. It's just sad.
It appears she was resting in her reclining chair when she was ambushed.
My mother actually was on the phone with her and she screamed.
Her family says she was shot 9 times. Every room in her apartment, from the bathroom to the 2 bedrooms, sprayed with gunfire. Fox 4 saw dozens of evidence markers.
Thinking you're safe in your home and something like this happens, stop the senseless violence and killings for no reason. You took an innocent woman who was looking forward to raising her grandson. It's sad.
Fisher lived in Dallas Housing Authority's Kingbridge Crossing. Surveillance video shows Dallas Police Department's crime scene. Additional footage we've seen, but do not have permission to broadcast, shows several masked individuals with guns walking up to Fisher's apartment before gunshots are heard. Latoya Caldwell says she heard the shots and saw young men running away.
I saw them running back to the car, and then I saw all of them get in the car.
And they just sped off?
They sped off and went down this way, came this way and went down that way.
But you couldn't see them because they had ski masks on?
Because they had ski masks on.
Boom, 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 boom.
Neighbors Roy White and Yolette McEwen went to check on Fisher after they heard the gunfire.
Just a lot of shooting, and then afterwards, after the shooting, me, him, and my neighbor's son, we all went down there to Miss Alice's house. Her door was standing wide open, and all you seen was a whole bunch of bullet casings on the inside of her doorway, on the inside of her house. Over 50, 60 shots. She was a sweet person, and I pray to God and I hope to God that they catch whoever it is that killed her.
Dallas Police Department has not said what a motive might be, but Fisher's family believes the shooting was intended for someone else.
Wrong apartment. That's what we've been hearing.
Looking for someone else.
It was the wrong door. She didn't deserve it.
While Fisher's loved ones hope for arrests, they want people to realize what she meant to their family.
Her being a loving, caring aunt, sister, mother, and a friend.
No enemy. She was a good woman, a loving, kind neighbor.
There are cameras throughout that apartment complex, and specifically a camera located on a pole right outside of her unit. We know at least some footage has been turned over to Dallas Police Department. Obviously, if you have any indication on who's responsible, you're asked to give them a call.
Man, we back with another crazy story about a disabled woman mistakenly getting hit by gunfire. This don't make no sense because this starting to be the norm. What people on hits or whatever you want to call it, get the wrong address, and just spray these folks' house up. And it be the wrong people. Whoever y'all was looking for moved out that house, moved out that apartment, moved out wherever y'all was going. We see this time and time again. And this don't make no type of sense. Where you got innocent people that's living their life get done like this. But this the crazy world we living in, man. And I just think it's real cowardly, man, for people to go and shoot in somebody's house not knowing who on the other side of them walls. They didn't even care if she had grandkids in there living with her. They didn't care who was in there. It would have been multiple people murdered inside of this apartment the way they shot it up. Don't make no sense, man. But this the days we living in. It's sad that you can't even live a full life without nonsense. You do everything right by people. Go to work every day, do what you're supposed to do. And you can't even, live it out the right way. The way that God chose you to live your life out. Because you have people running around here doing what they want to do. When they get a gun in their hand, they feel like that's power. And they just taking people's lives. Senseless crimes. Senseless acts. People don't care no more. But we want to send prayers to the family of this loving mother, grandma, friend, neighbor. It just don't make no sense. And we're going to continue to see these senseless crimes, unfortunately. But you just really don't have no words for these type of crimes that's going on. It's just real cowardly of people to do this type of shit. And the best thing for them to do is turn themselves in, because that was the wrong target. That's just what it is. I don't condone using guns on nobody, but in this world we living in, this type of shit happens on a daily basis. No matter what I think, what nobody else think, it's going to continue to happen. That's why the prisons is overfilled. And it's getting younger and younger with these kids with guns. But let me know what y'all think about this crazy story. We out.